guys. So let's get it again, guys. What up? This your boy T-Dub with Blazing the Sports. We are back at it like a crack at it, giving you boxer geekers this work. Let's get it. All right, guys. So in the chat, who got your boy straight back on it? Black Horse Promotion, guys. And also in the chat, we got Will the Magic Man. Guys, listen, man. It's crazy enough. I ordered a microphone. It should be here tomorrow. I am going live. Listen, I'm going live for the Keith Thurman versus Lopez fight. I'm not sure when the Munguia fight is going to start, but I know I'm going to get the Keith Thurman one for sure. And hopefully I get my new microphone and sound a little bit better than this. I better test it first. But let's get this boxing work. Will the Magic Man said, Professor T-Dub, you know how it is, man. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. All right, man. When it comes to this Keith Thurman versus Lopez, when I looked into Lopez's eyes and I see his whole demeanor, I really believe Lopez is going to try to pull off an upset. He's going to try to do his best to do what he did against Victor Ortiz. Even though some people had Victor Ortiz maybe slightly winning on the scorecard before, his jaw broke and he couldn't continue, Lopez was fighting, man. Lopez was fighting very hard. He's a little bit taller than Keith Thurman. And look, man, and it's crazy enough, just because Keith Thurman been out for 2 years, that if Lopez looks good, it's going to be negative for Keith Thurman. They're going to say that, oh, he's washed up, he's not the same. To be honest, Keith Thurman cannot do anything less than come out looking great. Because Lopez is going to go for his head, man. Lopez has been in some tough fights. He said he looked, Black Horse Promotion said he looked hella confident. Man, he looked very confident. I'm about to pull up Jose Cito Lopez box rec real quick. Because the guy fought a lot of tough competition, man. I think he's going to be ready. But I'm excited. You know what, man? I'm excited because I'm going to be honest. I want Keith Thurman to look great. All right? Because if Keith Thurman doesn't look great, it's not like he's going to really boost Lopez up as high. Yes, it'll boost him a little bit, but it's going to say more about, how Keith Thurman wasn't ready, how he's not the same no more. Lopez will get credit, but he's not going to get that full credit if Earl Spence beat, a prime Thurman that wasn't out for 2 years. But the reason I want Thurman to win, and I want him to look good, and I think Lopez is going to do his best to not make that happen. But the reason I do, because it adds that much more, what if in the 147-pound division, if Keith Thurman comes out and look great, all the Thurman fans coming right back. One time to be right back. Not sometime, not once upon a time, but it'd be right now. Not once upon a time, but it'd be right now. And then you'll have them juggernauts at the 147 pound. The Sean Porter on one end, Keith Thurman on one end, Terrence Crawford on one end, Earl Spence Jr. on one end. The Four Horsemen. Guys, the Four Kings. Highlander. There can only be one. But we know it's not going to happen next year because we know pretty much for a fact that Keith Thurman doesn't really want part of Earl Spence Jr. and the Terrence Crawford fight will probably be the last one that he'll go out of, assuming this is huge, assuming that he beats Sean Porter and he beats Earl Spence Jr. Assuming those two don't lose the belt to anybody else. If those two lose to somebody else, then it could be stretched out even further. Trey X, what it do? He said, what's good? He said, what's blazing the sports in the chat? What's up, man? What's going on? Man, I'm out here giving this box of work, man. Yesterday I was I got some alter egos, man. I got some alter egos. Right now you got T-Dub what's blazing the sports back at it like a crack at it, giving you boxing geekers this work. But I also got, man, when you see me in my jumpsuit, I'm a boxing mechanic. T-Dub, the boxing mechanic, man. You know what I'm gonna do, guys? I'm thinking of I'm gonna have different whole personalities next time I dress up in my T-Dub the mechanic boxing mechanic outfit on. I'm gonna do something special. But this fight, man, this fight, all eyes are going to be on this fight. To me, the Jaime Munguia fight, you know, I think he's going to go out and going to do what he do. I think he's going to do his best to wreck shop. Still got a lot of flaws. Still throw really big punches, land really good punches. But he's experienced but inexperienced in a lot of ways as well. He should win this fight coming up, but we will see. This is his first fight on the zone, so obviously he wants to look good in that. That is tonight. They are competing with, guys, I believe this is going to be on Fox. Now, I didn't see if it's going to be Fox Sport or just rather Fox TV. I'm not 100% sure, and I wish I could give you guys that information. I don't have it right now. Black Horse Promotion says, what up, man? I need Spence, Thurman, Crawford to win because I need to see those mega fights happen. Bro, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, look, right now in the 140-pound division, you got juggernauts. You know what I'm saying? Like, they all have earned their spot, like it or not. Terrence Crawford, unified 140, came up to 147, kicking the dough in like, this is Sparta! Boom! Fuck your couch, nigga! You know, Terrence Crawford comes to the 147-pound division. Terrence, he might be the smallest one, but he got that dog in him, man. He got that dog in him. And Terrence Crawford, listen, Terrence Crawford got some on his hands, guys. I'm telling you. Now, I'm going to pick him against Amir Khan. But he got something on his hands against Amir Khan as well. He do. Okay? Then you have Earl Spence Jr. going against Mikey Garcia. Mikey, look, listen. Mikey is not BSing. Mikey is serious. Mikey is serious about him seeing some weakness. He's seeing some flaws. Vulnerability in Earl Spence Jr. Bob's in the building said, did you say it's a fight tonight? No. It's a fight tomorrow night. If it is a fight tonight, please let me know because I don't. TX said, Munguia is fun to watch. He is one of my favorites to call. Man, bro, Trey X, Munguia, bro, that guy, you know, like I say, you can see his flaws. But what you can see is you can see his youth. You can see that young lion. You know what I'm saying? No fear. You know, going in there and just trying to just destroy his opponents, man. Was it Liam Smith? Was it Liam Smith he fought that Liam was doing okay for a minute? But, man, he went to banging on him. We all know what he did. What's the other dude? Ali. Saddam Ali. Man, bro. God, man. Saddam Ali is going to have flashbacks from that fight from years to come. Saddam Ali going to be a great grandfather somewhere and wake up. Oh shit! That was 40 years ago. God damn! I thought he was on me right now. Shit! No, bro, that dude, bro, he brings it, man. I'm looking forward to see him maturing. They may be trying to set up a fight with him and Canelo. He's on the zone now, so they may actually be trying to set that up down the line. But I would love to see a clash between him and what's the top dog at 154 right now? Gosh, why is my mind so blank on me? Dog, what's my boy name? The workhorse. Trey X said, all great fights. Hopefully we see them. Man, I hope so too, man. Black Horse Promotion says, Eli Setback said Thurman versus Lopez at 50-50. Y'all agree? No. I don't think it's 50-50. Now, with that being said, I think Lopez is going to come out there and do his goddamn best. But even though we haven't seen Keith Thurman in a long time, I believe Keith Thurman psychologically, mentally, right now, physically, is going to come out there and he wants to display. He wants to remind you guys. He wants to take a page out of Roy Jones' book. You must have forgot. He wants to take a page straight out of Roy Jones' book and remind you guys. All that sometime, once upon a time, you know. He wants to remind you. And after he wins, because I'm predicting him to win, I am predicting that. He's going to do an interview, and he's going to be very confident, even more confident. He's going to talk like he normally talks. Keith Thurman is a very good talker, very good observer when it's coming to other fighters as well. I take my hat off on Keith Thurman, not just boxing, but you can tell Keith Thurman has boxing knowledge when it comes down to identify things in fighters, why they should win, and things like that. No one is perfect, but I think he's pretty good at it. Will the Magic Man said, no, it's not a 50-50. Trey X says, Setback says that because he stays in the Garcia gym. Yes, you are right. He stays in the gym. So even when it's a fight that, let's say realistically, just throwing it out there, let's say realistically it's a 70-30 fight, he's going to say it's 50-50. Especially in that gym, he's not going to say his boy going to lose. Then he can't go in that gym. They're like, oh man, you got no faith in me, Eli? What's up with that? Come on, stars. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has to. And listen, man, and Setback is one of them guys that, from what I've seen, if he's in Earl Spence face right now, Earl Spence the best in the world right now. If he's in Mikey Garcia face, Mikey Garcia the best in the world right now. Eli is almost like a politician, man. Think about them politicians. They be in Detroit. The Motor City is a city that's leading this nation. St. Louis, the home of the arts, St. Louis is leading this nation. Get caught with a woman with some stains on her dress? I did not sleep with that woman. That has nothing to do with boxing, though, guys. Let's see. Black West Promotion says, if Thurman looks spectacular, will he look to unify next? I did a video. What he said was that after this, and here's the thing, he only plans on fighting twice this year. To me, that's mind-boggling. This is January. I don't see why you can't fight 3 times this year. Now, if his first fight was in April, okay, I can understand it. You know, I can understand in April. Then maybe you get something back in, October or something like that, November. I don't know. But it's January. Perfect time to line up 3 fights. He's not. He's going to fight twice a year. So right now we see a tune-up fight. And then we're going to see, I think he said between Sean Porter, so that's a unification bout. Or he would probably happily take the Manny Pacquiao fight. Manny Pacquiao has a WBA title. Keith Thurman has the Super, which is the real one. So that matchup, he's looking for that as well. Trey X said, I will say that Riverside Rocky made Thurman look small for the weight class at the weigh-in. Lopez is really 140. Yeah, Lopez is 140 pounder. You are exactly right. The same way when he fought Victor Ortiz. I don't remember off top, but I believe that may have been one of his first 2 fights when he fought Victor Ortiz or moving up to 147. And I believe after that, I was supposed to pull up his box rec, wasn't I? All right, let's go back. I mean, bro, I'm just gonna go through some names on his resume, man. Just some notable names that you don't have to be a hardcore boxing fan, but if you do like a little bit about boxing, you should recognize these names. Jesse Vargas, he lost that one though. Victor Ortiz, and to me, man, at this moment, he started chasing the money a little bit, right? Because they were trying to set Victor Ortiz up to fight Canelo. But Lopez cracked Victor Ortiz's jaw, and he moved up to fight Canelo. And some people actually thought Lopez had a chance against Canelo. And I told people Canelo's going to hurt that boy, and he's going to hurt that boy bad. So Jesse Vargas, Victor Ortiz, Canelo Alvarez, Marcus Maidana, Aaron Martinez, Andre Berto, you know what I'm saying? Miguel Cruz. Those are some good notable names out there. Those are some good notable names. And Bob said no. Yeah, I'm definitely glad there's no fights on today, man. I didn't think it was. But tomorrow, Bob, remember, Bob, they got the Jaime McGear fight, and they also that's on the zone, and they have the Thurman versus Lopez fight that's on Fox. Now I don't know if it's Fox regular like Channel 2 or if it's going to be Fox Sport. I have no idea, but I will find out after this. With the Magic Man, Ed Trey X, salute fam. You commenting the Thurman Lopez bout? That's probably a stupid question. Absolutely, you know it, man. So. Oh, guys, let's talk about this, man. Let's talk about this while we're in here. So, and I want to get your guys' input on this. I'm going to give you my input, but I want to see you guys' input. Thurman said, when asked a question about owing something to the fans, he said, I don't owe them, fans, nothing. I don't owe them nothing. What do you think about that? Is he wrong? You do owe the fans something. You owe them to fight unification battles. You owe them this. Or is he right? He don't owe you anything. Give me your thoughts on that. Let me know. T-Dub was Blazing Sports. We are here live. Please comment on that. I got my thoughts as well on that. I will touch on it as well. I am picking Jaime McGill by Brutal Murder, just in case Brutal Murder, just in case you guys didn't know that. What else? Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. That right there is going to be a rematch. That's going to be dope. Anthony Joshua did it to himself, but it's not like he locked himself out of the biggest fight. Listen, man, this is going to be back-to-back where Anthony Joshua is not the biggest heavyweight bout. This is going to be where his fights is not going to be the fights that's going to be really main focus on. And it looks like, you know, that even though Dylan White is doing his tour of meet and greet potential people to work with, I really believe Dylan White might just be trying to find out what the other people are going to pay him. I believe he's going to fight Anthony Joshua. They already threw $5 million at him. I believe that's the route that, no, eventually he's going to go. He's going to fight Anthony Joshua. But the fact is, even once they announced it, even once that fight made, nobody's really looking forward to it. Yes, it's going to sell pretty decent in the UK, but nobody's looking forward to it. Anthony Joshua missed out on opportunities to fight Tyson Fury because he don't want to come off that money, and also Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder, honestly, I understand Deontay Wilder's side way more than I understand Tyson Fury's, because Deontay Wilder has been put to the ringer. Deontay Wilder was treated like Simon Says, but it wasn't Simon Says. It was AJ says jump, AJ says swim, AJ says touch your nose and head and pat your head at the same time. They had Deontay Wilder jumping through all these hoops to make the fight happen, just to be like, nah, those was jokes. I don't plan on really actually making the fight happen. No. Black Horse Promoter said not really bothered by Keith's statement. Sorry, not really bothered by Keith's statement because he giving us more excitement than all the other welterweight champs. We get to watch Keith for free. We always entertain, and he's actually deserve a break. All right, that's all we need. Now I'm gonna go back and touch on that. Let me give you my thoughts, and I just read you Black Horseman promotion thoughts. I agree. He don't owe you anything. The only time Keith Thurman will actually owe you something is if he talks a fight up like he's going to fight, and then when the fight time comes, all he do is run around the ring, not throwing punches, not trying to engage and mess over the fans that way. Then he owe you something. He owe you big. But to be honest, he didn't. He showed up and fought. Either you, I don't think Keith Thurman never been on pay-per-view. He only been on probably like either maybe Showtime or free TV. I know he's been doing free TV for a while, or free TV. He don't owe you anything. Once he fights and you watch him, that's it. He don't owe you anything else. He don't. That's just my thoughts on it. Unless he goes out there and do a half-ass performance, that he's not not saying if he's actually trying and we just see he looks bad, then that's just what it is. But he goes out and he's bullshitting around, he's licking his tongue out, he's throwing his hands up, and he's not trying to fight, then you owe us something. Because we expected a fight and you came to run. Then you owe us something. But nah, man, Keith Thurman comes to fight. He talks very good game, gives you very good commentating, very good inside thoughts, and he actually fights. Sean Porter, Danny Garcia. Now the end of Danny Garcia, he wasn't throwing punches as much, which kind of made it closer. But in reality, he beat Danny Garcia pretty convincingly. You know. So to respond to that, no, he doesn't. Black Horse Promotion, ABO, the World O, the whole hood on God in them. And I still don't know who them is. Man, listen, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's so hard to touch on Adrian Broner, because I don't believe Adrian Broner went out there to just lose. I think he really believed that he might have won. But the one thing he's not doing is letting his hands go. And honestly, I think once he get in there and once he get hit with a good shot, he don't let his hands go anymore like that. He's looking to pot shot, because when you pot shot, you have a less likely chance of getting hit with some major. Ha! Ha! Because you throw a shot and you're looking to move. But when you let your hands go, you can get hit with combinations, especially facing a fast fighter. Now, Adrian Broner, when he fought Marcus Maidana, he fought. But I think something, man, even though Adrian Broner wasn't knocked out, because a lot of times getting knocked out can change a fighter, can change his whole demeanor in the ring. I think it changed something in him. It made him more cautious. And when you're more cautious, when you're more defensive minded, you're not offensive minded. You know, he don't have that switch to go from defense to offense. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage, counterpunch. He had every opportunity to get Manny Pacquiao out of there. Because what was Manny Pacquiao doing majority of the night? Move his head, and then he would shoot in with 4 or 5 shots, right? He jumps in with 4 or 5 shots. He went back to actually doing almost what he did when he did against Juan Manuel Marquez. The only difference was that Pacquiao back then had more energy, faster feet. Broner just would have did exactly what Marquez did. The moment that Manny Pacquiao tried to come in with that first jab and try to throw that two, as soon as he throw that jab, slip out to his left, and step in with that right hand and pivot out, that was his best chance of making him go 9-9. Would imagine, man, 7 watching and only 6 likes. God, talk to him, Will. God damn it. 7 watching and only 6 likes. Smash the like button. Put some love on it. But Black Horse Program, I got you, LOL. So guys, let's get into it, man. I got a little bit of time today. And guys, this is I am starting my episodes. All right. Anytime you see me live like this, it's not going to count when you see pictures or videos like that. It's only going to be like this here. And I'm going to title WBIS in front of it. What's Plays in the Sports. This is the official, guys, out the gate, episode 1 of WBIS, episode 1. And that's going to be done every time you see me live like this. Not doing my 15 minutes at work, but when I'm live. So I want to give you guys special treats. I want to give you whatever it takes. Take comments. Trey X in the building said, I thought Broner did all right. It was a good fight. He did this. Broner for the first 6 rounds. If Adrian Broner would have fought the last 6 rounds like he fought the first 6 rounds, I'm going to be honest, they still would have, they wouldn't have gave him the fight. Because it's almost like fighting Canelo. You're not going to get a close decision against Canelo. Anthony Joshua in the UK. You're not going to get a close decision against Anthony Joshua in the UK. Manny Pacquiao. Remember, Showtime has said everything positive about Manny Pacquiao. And they said, and anything negative that could have been said about Broner, they said it. And I did video like, hold on, man. You know, even though I picked that, you know, I couldn't go against Manny's fight. I know Manny's style makes fights more activity. But I know there was clearly bias in the lead up in this fight. Clearly bias. And even if you thought Broner would have won by a couple rounds, he wouldn't have won. They wouldn't have gave it to him. We probably would have thought like, oh man, I think Broner could get this. And then he's going to lose on the scorecard and they're going to blame it on the swing round, so you could have gave it to anybody. But to be honest, his best chance was fighting like he fought the first 6 rounds. And the only way he was going to actually get the win is if he dropped Manny Pacquiao. If he did drop Manny Pacquiao maybe once or twice,
In the end of the fight, he probably could have got it. A knockout would probably been more, what he needed. They just listen. I'm gonna be honest. When he said it at the end about him not getting a fair shake, I think he got, yes and no. I do believe that they lost against Manny Pacquiao, but I don't believe doing the lead up through that fight that he got a fair shake. It wasn't pushed the same. I do have to say that. Do we have somebody else in the chat? I missed someone. What do we got? Who did I miss? I see someone commenting your name, but I don't see your comment. Well, I don't see it. Well, shout out to Tiffany. Oh, there she go. Tiffany said, I got your like. Listen, I appreciate that. Thank you for that. I need a like. I need all the likes. Listen, put some baby powder in your hand. Slap that like until you leave our print. Woo! What a Magic Man said, congratulations on 4K. I just noticed that. Thank you, man. Right now, I wanted to do this too. I wanted to put like my goal right now is 5K. That's not going to come quick. The 4K came really fast, but the 5K gonna take a little bit longer. But the goal is right now to do a 5K. Guys, remember this. Remember right now. Please come back. I'm going to do a pre-Super Bowl, right? I'm doing something different. I'm going to do a pre-Super Bowl talk. Come in, let me know what you think, who you pick, and why. For me personally, I am personally involved emotionally in this. Listen, I almost said it right there. The LA Rams, who used to be in St. Louis, they left us. They shitted on the city. So it's like oh my gosh, I gotta save some energy, man. But I'll let you guys know that it's hard, man. It's hard because it's a team that at one time I wanted to see win, then one time I'm like, man, F them. So that's going to be tough, man. But Black Horse Promotion said, yeah, congrats, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. I am still going to try to get a couple shirts. But let me get back onto boxing. I know I freestyle and stuff. So let's get back to boxing. All right. So Keith Thurman versus Jose Tito Lopez. That's going to be a dope fight. I think it's going to be a lot of action. But I think from Keith Thurman is going to want to show you all. I don't think it's going to be a quick fight. I think it's going to go at least 6 rounds. I think, I don't even know, Thurman may or may not stop him late. He may or may not stop him late. But I believe after 6 rounds, you're going to see clearly that Keith Thurman is going to be, back and swing. The first 2 rounds is where we're going to see if he got any ring rust. But I believe he's going to come out and try to look good. You're going to see his legs. You're going to see him moving. You're going to see him jabbing. You're going to see him boxing well. Landing good shots, slipping good shots. And you're going to get Lopez, who's going to go for gusto. Lopez is going to be like, listen, this is my opportunity. Lopez has a lot of opportunity, man. Maidana, Canelo, Victor Ortiz, Keith Thurman. And he knows that if he wins this, he's in line for another big fight. If he wins this and he takes Keith Thurman Super WBA title, he instantly put himself with the 4 horsemen. Assuming that Keith Thurman doesn't have a rematch clause involved. Bernard Hawkins, St. Louis thing was bad, man. Bernard, the St. Louis thing was bad, bro. I'll tell you a little bit why it was so bad. Because, oh man, I give you guys a little bit. Let me give you guys a little bit of it right now. Because I am going to do the pre-show. Listen, guys, I'm at a pre-show. We're going to have some chips. We're going to have, I don't know her name yet, but her in that corner next to the donate button. We're going to have some sauce over there, some chips. She's going to be dancing. Listen, we'll have a pre-Super Bowl party right here. Guys, hold on. You know what? If I'm tripping, I don't know if it's on yet, but I can do this, guys. If you guys give me a second, let me turn my my phone on. That way, if you guys did want to call me, you know how it is. Hold on 1 second. All right, let's unplug that. Turn my calls on. All right, guys. I mean, if you want to, you can call in right now. 314-884-1013. Shout out your name, where you from, and
You can comment on anything. You can comment on this fight with Keith Thurman versus Lopez. You can comment on the Anthony Joshua whole situation and debacle from being a top to now playing second fiddle to Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. You can comment on Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia. It really doesn't matter. You can comment on any one of them, guys. This is live. I welcome anyone that would love to call in. 314-884-1013. T-Dub was Blazing the Sports. Guys, if you are new, please hit the like button now. Please subscribe now. Do not wait another moment. Guess what's blazing while it's hot, fresh out the kitchen? Let's get it. All right. So I'm gonna tell you guys about this about why I got this feeling, and it's not really the team. It's the owners more. Was it Kroenke and a couple other owners and some things they said. Now, if they'd have just left St. Louis and made it a business deal and a business move and left real smooth, everything would have been cool. You know, I'd have been still bitter. Probably would have still been a Rams fan to this day. But the fact on how they left and the things they said just wasn't cool in my book. And first of all, when they was in St. Louis, they kept letting go, giving away prime talent and bringing in BS. They single-handedly gave us shit. And the reason they gave us shit and made us not competitive for 10 years is because when it came time to wanting to move that team, it'd be so shitty that they would get very little resistance in moving, especially if you can move a team that's been losing and it's been losing fan support year on year on year. When you can say 10 years in a row and you got a team that maybe won 5 or 6 games, it's fucking pitiful. You know what I'm saying? Or let's say 10 years, 10 games. I don't know what it is. Pitiful on top of pitiful, but yet you still have fans there. And the moment when they knew they was going to leave, maybe a couple years, they started trying to bring in a little bit of talent. Because that way, when they moved to LA don't want no shitty-ass team either. So when they left here, I think they was 8-8. So they knew it was the best time. It was a team that was a young team on the rise. So they haven't won in St. Louis, but they're a young team on the rise. And no matter what St. Louis presented, they didn't like it. And especially when I heard them say something like St. Louis is like a toilet bowl for teams. Should no team go there? That's when I like F them. When they shitted on the city, and the city is the people, that's when I'm like, you know what? No. That's why like I can't. But then like, well, the players didn't say like, listen, I don't care. You know, I can't support the team because I know who owns the team. And because he shitted on the city to make it where we probably would never get an NFL team again, at least not in my lifetime, baby. No. So, but I'm going to still do a pregame, and I'll let you guys know. But all right, guys, let's get back to boxing. We working. Sorry, I'm off of that. Vintage. Woosa, I'm back. Guys, Bad Boys 3 is coming out. They're working on it right now, guys, so that's some news for you guys as well. So let's get to it. Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn was in a great position. Now I'm going to do this. I'm going to take my hat off to Eddie Hearn because he was really making some damn good moves for Anthony Joshua in the beginning. No matter what you say, he made some damn good moves. The moment that Tyson Fury gave them belts up, he had a strategic plan to take his man Anthony Joshua and get those belts. He did what the Zone did. Came out throwing money at people. Demigod Charles Martin. I call Charles Martin demigod because Charles Martin said when he was getting ready to fight Anthony Joshua, I walked this earth. he said, I'm gonna walk right over you. I'm gonna step right over you. I'll walk this earth like a god, like a god, like a god. And then proceeds to go out there and get knocked down and then get walked over by a god. So I call him demigod. Demigod Charles Martin. He's not a demigod for real. He's not, but you know, just like calling a skinny man fat guy or fat man skinny man. They paid Charles Martin, was it around $90 million? Charles Martin
fought someone and he was losing the fight. Oh, well, I know he won due to injury. I can't remember exactly how it's going, but I know the guy got injured and he ended up winning. He ended up winning because the guy got injured. I got to watch it again. Matter of fact, I'm not going to watch it again because I never was impressed by Charles Demigod Martin, so I'm not going to watch it again. But I know he won by injury. And when they made the fight versus Anthony Joshua, I told one of my homeboys, Alvin's a boxer now. I don't know if he's going pro yet or not, but when Alvin, he commented on Facebook, and I said, bro, I said, man, Charlie Martin finna get his ass laid out. He like, what? Charlie Martin good. What are you talking about? You don't know nothing about boxing. I like, bro, I said, listen, come back to this. I said, come back to this post after the fight, right? He didn't come back to his own post after the fight. I came back to his post like, where you at? No response. On his post. Tagged his name in his post. So, but back to it, Eddie Hearn was making some damn good moves, man. Look at him. You can't knock it. He swooped up that title real quick. Pam Parker real quick. He built Anthony Joshua up. He really did to be the money man. But the thing is, things are starting to turn or have turned. Because even Anthony Joshua said that Deontay Wilder gave him big props after beating Klitschko. But also after beating Klitschko, Deontay Wilder started to call him out. That's a long time ago. Right? We've seen the Tackle fight, the Parker fight. We've seen all these fights now. And the fights never happened. And when someone offers you $50 million, matter of fact, when you say it as a joke. Anthony Joshua said it as a joke. If you give me $50 million, I'll take the fight tomorrow. Well, they offered him $50 million, and he didn't take the fight for months to come. Ultimately, he didn't take the fight at all. And then Anthony Joshua started saying cowardly things. Like, we will freeze you out. Because Deontay Wilder wanted to fight, he never disrespected him, never talked about his family, never called him out his name, never say F you, F this. He only said, fight me. And because Deontay Wilder said, fight me, I want you. There's only one name, undisputed, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? One name, one face, one champion, and that'll be Deontay Wilder. Anthony Joshua was talking about freezing him out. What fighter says that? If Earl Spence calls out Keith Thurman and Keith Thurman says, I will freeze you out for 2 or 3, 4 years or never fight you, you look like a coward. Even when Keith Thurman says, I'm not going to fight you at all in 2019, he's getting shit about that with Earl Spence now. Even though he's still saying he want to be undisputed champion, but he just said, I'm not going to fight you now because I came back in 2 years. I'm going to fight a tune-up and maybe, and listen, fight a tune-up and then he's going to try to unify with Sean Porter or maybe Manny Pacquiao. And he's still getting shit. Once upon a time, I gave him shit. And then he's talking about, you cannot come in my ring. Don't come in my ring. They setting up Dylan White to call him out. Let's go. Brother, let's go. Where they do that at? Eddie Hearn in one video saying this. Next video saying something different than that. Next video contradicting that video and the video before that. See, everything was working good, but they got too greedy. They should have took the fight. When I say greedy, they feel, listen, we're not going to fight Deontay Wilder. I don't give a F if he offers us $2 million. We're not going to fight him next. Because if he offers $200 million, we will still fight for $200 million later. Just like when Deontay Wilder agreed to the $15 million, right? Agreed to the $15 million. A day later, they ordered him in a mandatory got to be made in 24 hours. And once they made that deal, was that against Povetkin, they still try to hold Deontay Wilder to the $15 million agreement. No, we already agreed. Don't have to change. Money don't need to change. You know? They've been making a lot of bad moves. He didn't go to Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury fight, but yet he goes to Dylan White's fight versus Chisora. Deontay Wilder was not allowed to get in his ring after his fight, but he was allowed to get in the ring or come up to the ring against Dylan White. He didn't go to the Wilder-Joshua fight, but he went to that fight. But now he wants to unify and be undisputed so bad, but yet he wanted to catch some Z's. That's what got them looking bad. That's what got them looking bad right now. But right now, the two top dogs in the heavyweight division is Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. Hands down. Hands down. Anthony Joshua's next fight is not going to be nearly as big as that fight. Anthony Joshua can fight Dylan White. We know it's not going to be Big Baby Miller because they didn't even send Big Baby Miller a contract. The reason they did not send Big Baby Miller a contract because Big Baby Miller was signed to fight it. If they send him a contract, he is signed. That's why they haven't even sent him a contract. But guys, it's your boy T Dub with Blazing Sport. Let me go ahead and get ready to close out of here. And I want to shout out everyone in the chat. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the subscribers. We're up to 4,000 now. I appreciate it. Check out everyone in the chat, guys. Check out We're the Magic Man. Check out Trey X. They do a really good job over there. Check out Black Horse Promotions. Shout out to Bernard Hopkins. Shout out to Tiffany. Shout out to Bob that was in the chat as well. And anybody that catches this later. I really appreciate if you hit the like button. I would appreciate even more if you subscribe and become part of the West Blazing family. Shout out to the new media. Shout out to the LDPC. Shout out to boxing. Here is your boy T Dub. Here's what's blazing the space.